And inside Neville Arena on Auburn's campus, we have an SEC opener. The 20th ranked Tigers welcome the Florida Gators into Auburn, Alabama tonight to kick off SEC play with Jimmy Dykes, Kevin
Big game experience.
Here we go. Inside Neville Arena, the jungle behind us. You're not kidding. There's some wackos that were running behind us basically all pregame. But here we go. Auburn in those whites. They're 10-2. They've been inside the top 25 all year.
Yeah, the problem with Florida in their last 3 losses, they've scored 56, 55, and 54 points. Do they have enough offense against a really good Auburn defense?
So Trey Bonham just forced that steal, and on the run out, he goes tumbling. Ball goes out of bounds. It's going back to Auburn. And it seems like the key is, can it get some offense outside of just Castleton today? Oh, this is the force inside for Auburn. Janai Brew, he finds Jalen Williams. His game a bit more complete this year. And the senior nail Lofton. We spotlighted Castleton. He is their leading scorer, going for about 16 a game. This is the aforementioned Bonham. Passes up the 3, and Wendell Green in the air. And instead, Lofton's first look from deep is offline. Auburn running the floor. This is Broom. He spins, finds Chris Moore.
And it all starts
in the air for Will Richard. Alex Fudge is a good rebounder. Crashes the boards hard that time, but the shot was affected. Auburn on the move. Zep Jasper wants a 3. No. New 20.
Good pass.
Oh, Chris Moore is open, and you can see Auburn. It's a 7-0 start for the 20th ranked Tigers. Florida looking for something 3 minutes in. Will Richard cut off nicely that time by Moore. Off to Alex Fudge, and he buries the 3. Twice a season. And Bruce Pearl said it a few months ago, even dating back to March when Todd Golden was named the head coach at Florida. Nice back cut that time by Lofton. It was emotional. It was like
I like this kid with the ball. Just a freshman, but he's got some stuff about him. Trey Donaldson, high school quarterback, was recruited heavily by everybody in the country as a defensive back. A lot of leadership. And this kid is either on or he's off KD Johnson. It's always one or the other, but he is a talent.
The very zealous, overzealous at times, KD Johnson, a fan favorite. Yeah, Bruce has gone to his bench. Donaldson out there along with Johnson, Allen Flanagan, and Dylan Cardwell off the bench and into the game for the first time. Oh, off balance 18-footer that time from Myron Jones.
Right here, does Florida really run to score? Yes, they do. Well done. That's what you need.
Yeah, Lofton going to the free throw line for 2.
Kevin, I'll say it again.
2-point advantage. Baton Rouge, 9th ranked Arkansas Razorbacks, and the LSU Tigers, they tank. Donaldson finds Broom. Now going to work on Jason Jatobo, and it falls through.
It is all a right shoulder game.
He's a junior. He's been a wonderful portal addition.
Oh, wow. Got to box off, right?
Yeah, there's Flanagan. So a new shot clock for Auburn, and the Tigers are going back to the free throw line. Johnson has a pair.
Kevin, Auburn is a drive the ball with force. They get to the free throw line, and with made free throws, pressure is probably coming from Auburn.
They do have one of the season there. We saw all the athleticism and the potential. A season ago, he flourished. A freshman's lead feed tipped by Lofton.
Oh, what a good read by Lofton in the open floor. Defensively, just waited for the freshman to rise up with an easy pass.
Lofton.
Good clear out.
Finds Reeves. Wow. Oh, and there's a baseline drive and slam.
We just start making shots. We can play with anyone in this league. So far, they're down 2, and Colin Castleton hasn't even gotten a shot up. That's good news, bad news for the Gators.
And he's off the floor. Myron Jones is going to the free throw line. Cam gets a little early run. Last year, largely a starter after transferring. And so can he and some of the other guards right there with Oklahoma. A week ago in Charlotte for the large portion of that game outside of falling behind. They fell behind by too many late in that one and ultimately lost by 9. Flanagan off the screen, finds Johnson in the corner. Bounce pass down to Broom. Yeah, spins once again. He said that's the way he's going.
What are you going to do? He goes right. Well, it's Auburn ball with 5 on the shot clock.
Broom, fade away. That one bounces out. Moore got his hands on it. Goes up, and he draws the foul.
I'm telling you, Bruce Pearl, he's not afraid because of it. Todd Golden went nuts and blocked, and it should have been Florida ball going the other way.
That's a phantom.
Ooh. He almost didn't get in bounds.
I think Todd Golden was about to go nuts again. But what is critical for Florida on this end of the floor after 13 minutes?
Well, at some point, you've got to get Colin Castleton going offensively. I don't think Florida has enough offense to win the game if Castleton doesn't get at least a double figures. Still
scoreless. Gets Broom up in the air, and he's got a chance to pick up his first points of the ball game. Two-time All-SEC stud, now finally on. Auburn 0 for its last 7 from the floor. Williams step back to Dylan Cardwell in the paint.
Good offense to wrap that screen and get the switch.
Walker Kessler, what he averaged about 4+ a year ago, led the nation. But even despite his absence, guys like Williams and Cardwell, they have stepped it up in addition to what Broom has done. That's a foul on Flanagan. So Auburn up by 3.
That team ranks 7th, 8th, and 9th. They're the real deal. Still trying to figure out where.
Brandon Miller got a lot of hype heading into the season.
And he's
backed it up, has he not?
Has delivered the points.
Yeah, both squads shooting below 30% from the floor. You could chalk that up a bit to some defensive intensity we've seen. Reeves is going to get whistled for. Cardwell 6 of 12 at the line.
You got to box off, I'm telling you. They kill you on the glass, a team in white.
And now Reeves is whistled for the personal. So John shots than Florida. Its lead is only 2. Johnson gets one more at the stripe. Hand sanitizer, actually. We're going fist bumps from here on out. You never know what's going to happen inside the jungle. We got your. What happened? You got a quote? One of your quotes is on a T-shirt now?
Yeah, the official T-shirt of the jungle this year has a quote from me.
Sandwich deal? I feel like you're getting the short end of the favorite is the array of Charles Barkley jersey. We got an old school Suns Charles Barkley. Time to acknowledge the effort. And so even despite some of the offensive struggles, Florida again has a chance to take a lead coming up on the 2-minute mark.
Good cut.
Yeah, there's Bonham. Yeah, he fooled everybody. They lost him, and he's got his first bucket. 1:37 to go first half. SEC opener. This is a series that Florida has dominated of late. They split the meetings a year ago. Myron Jones lets it fly. Reeves, no dribble that time, just went right back up at Kawasi Reeves as Florida. I got 6 blocks combined now for these two teams in the first half. Florida actually has 4 of them.
Yeah, but I don't think there's another league out there that has the athletic ability to erase mistakes as well as you see in this league night after night. Wide open, bam.
Alex Fudge throws it down. Bruce Pearl's got his arms out. And a bit of a sluggish end to this half for Auburn. They're down 6 after the 8-0 Florida run. Yeah,
Castleton's not scoring, but he's driven the ball to the free throw line and gotten fouled, and he's been a facilitator up top. A 6-point lead with Castleton not scoring is huge news for Florida.
With 2 seconds, Green's 3, got it. So that is a very important one for Auburn. Yeah, it was an arduous first half, 3-point game. Got 7 for Florida. Got to the free throw line a bunch. Oh, Richard and Bonham miscommunication. Green, oh boy, almost was able to spin it in. So Wendell Green forces the turnover. Pearl staff from 2014 to 2016.
Does not like the last 3 seconds of clock in this game. The last second of the first half, they give up a 3 to Wendell Green, and no point up the free throw line. Instead of 26-20, it's 26-24.
And that was immediately on the heels of an 8-0 Florida run.
That's tremendous.
Oh, perfect pass on the money.
Involved in the game. Looks like he's going to come out on a sprint out ball screen, but he sticks that plant foot and runs to the rim, and the pass was perfect.
The veteran was open. Now Chris Moore from deep. Auburn just 2 of 7 from beyond the arc. Green tries another. Perfect.
Same spot, same, but dragging the double team away and finding the backside. And there's that play to open up the half for Colin Castleton. Flash out high, sell it, stick the foot, and run to the rim and win the foot race.
It's been documented now. Golden good at those sequences, drawing up some plays out of timeouts out of half. Reeves, who just checked in, head fake and drive.
Wow.
Oh, he soars to the rim.
A catch and explosive, big, long, quick steps, one bounce, bam.
Hey, Jimmy, he's had some big games against some of the friendlier competition. He's having one of his finer offensive nights. Oh boy, Green is going to the free throw line. Green just split a pair at the stripe a few moments ago. He goes for 12.5 points a game. That is the team lead. A very assertive starting point guard this year for Auburn. It's Duke and Florida State inside Cameron Indoor. Coverage begins at 1. Also streaming live on the ES.
That's unique. I don't see that very often. Normally you stick your toe, bounce the ball, and you don't move.
Broom, close range catch. Swirls around Fudge and scores it.
Kevin, that's a real...
4 points tonight. To your point, he always remains measured. Fudge all the way to the rim and throws it down.
Fudge is so good. Drive to get him the ball where he can rip it and get it to his left. Todd Golden's had a handful of really good play calls in this game.
Fudge now with 7. Green checks the feet.
Why?
Foul on Bonham.
Kevin, why do you reach on a guy?
The free throw line. Look what he does here to draw the whistle.
Well, watch, the defender has his arm sticking out, so he just takes the ball up. And Grant Williams was so good at that for Tennessee back in the day. And this kid understands it.
Todd Golden, the 37-year-old from Phoenix, very affable, easy going. Green, what'd you just say in the break? He lives at the free throw line. I got him 5th in the SEC at free throws.
2 seconds of this game. The shot to close out the first half. Then he gets fouled to open the second half. He knocks down a 3, and now he gets to the free throw line 3 times.
A season average. Very precocious, assertive point guard. There's Lofton that time.
Yeah.
That's a silky smooth release.
Florida cannot get
out. Ball still free. Fudge comes up with it. Lofton in a hurry. Into the paint, draws the whistle. That time recognized Johnson was trailing the play, took it all the way in. He's got 2 free throws coming himself.
That's the type of gas that they've got to get their run game going.
He was a general for years at St. Bonaventure. 4 of 7 from the field to start the second half. Jones back in, he's got 7. Castleton from just a step behind the free throw line.
The shot that Auburn wants Florida to take from Castleton was right there.
Johnson into the paint, hangs in the air, and finishes. Back out to Reeves. Refuses the screen, instead fires the deep 3.
I don't like any possession for Florida that Colin Castleton doesn't at least get a touch.
Boom! Puts it in.
What a pass and a hold off.
Fudge straight into the paint and another rim run. And Flanagan didn't like it. Bruce Pearl was frustrated. However, we come back the other way, knotted up at 38.
Man, every possession is magnified in a game like this in conference play. Every turnover, every loose ball, every pass, you have to fight for your spot to close this one out. What a shot by Reeves.
Reeves. Book it from deep. He's into double figures. Both teams trying to find some rhythm. On the run, Broom gets fouled.
And he's in 2. Yeah, Bruce went on and on about the importance that Todd Golden kind of turned this program around. And I'm really impressed.
Glass, they get to the free throw line as Auburn typically does, and that's oftentimes how it can pull away from its opponents. Auburn looking to start the year with an opening night win. Oh. Boy, how good has Reeves been? His activity on both ends of the floor. He sticks with it, and now he's got 13 to lead.
And that was a second opportunity that Kwasi Reeves just went and snatched.
Now it's Jalen Williams with that left hand. That's a close range look for the misfires that time. Trey Donaldson in to run the point for Auburn. He gives Wendell Green a quick breather. Donaldson, hesitation. Gets Chitobo in the air. Back to Williams. Coming up on that midway mark of the first half. SEC opener inside Neville Arena. Donaldson finds the cutter. Moore scores it. The quarterback, he's got that 20/20 vision.
Dribble weave side to side, sprint out ball screen. Auburn handles it well so far.
Williams closes out on Fudge. 4 seconds to shoot. Jones, that high archer.
Bam!
Got it! Myron Jones.
That's the stroke that he had. So important to get his offense tonight and get help, because Castleton, again, not affecting the game as a scorer. Other guys have got to step up.
Castleton only 4. Yeah, Jones, just his second time in double figures this year with the 10.
Gamble. Don't
gamble. Williams.
Kevin, you cannot gamble.
Johnson rises off the window, bounces out. Felder with the board. Inside of 8 minutes, Bonham now steps on the gas, spins. Looking to find someone instead, draws the whistle. Trey Bonham has free throws.
I'm sorry, that's another highway drive. Think about Arena.
Auburn's won 25. Boy, remember, it went on a 7-0 run to begin the game. And you thought for a second, boy, they look sending that one away from Broome.
He gets him with both hands. Either hand can Castleton.
Bonham was falling down, bounce pass to Felder underneath, and he scores it on the other side.
I talk about Castleton being a passer. That was a very well executed, and Felder with those big, strong shoulders goes through the contact.
Now it's Williams. Can he turn and score?
Yeah, he can.
Great game against Washington last week with the left.
He needs to take 5 or 6 more shots per game than he's taken. Bruce has given him the green light. He just has to embrace that role.
At the 9 points, close to another double-figure game. He's done that 5 times. Richard fouled.
Kevin Castleton, of the toughness that both these teams have.
Two-possession lead for Florida. Coming up on the 6-minute mark, second half. Williams turns, has that one partially tipped. It's a foul, though, on Felder.
So back-to-back isolation calls by Bruce Pearl to Jalen Williams.
I need that gargantuan semifinal battle. Terrific defense.
Who's the guy in close ball games that they're going to go to this year? And Jalen Williams, 2 and white, to me, would be option number 1. He's too versatile.
Inside of 5 minutes, Auburn's won 25 in a row inside this building.
Good fake.
Bonham, yeah, he got his man. That was Flanagan flying out of the way.
Basketball, man, that was Bonham. He was going 100 miles an hour, then bam, planted those feet, went straight up, a little bit of a head fake. A tough 2 by number 2.
Yeah, 6 points, 4 rebounds. Bonham has, well, he's been good at times this evening. There's Williams. Yeah, that one falls through.
I just think that's the guy, Kevin. He's too good. He can knock down a 3. He can beat you off the bounce. He's good with a back post-up play. He gets to his right shoulder, and Bruce Pearl is starting to see it as well.
The senior has 13 to lead all Tigers scores. Bonham with the right-hand dribble. In search of something. Jasper takes it away. There goes Flanagan.
Ridiculously loud in here.
What? Foul before the inbound pass.
Yeah, you put him on the free throw line in the
team. And they have been very solid at the line this year. However,
and big miss. Tight ball games, make your layups, make your free throws.
Green to Broome, throw it down. Shadowing Lofton. Bonham's got it off the pick. Inside of 3 minutes. Lofton now barrels right into Green. Offensive foul. And then the strut right in front of the Florida bench afterward. 6-0 run for the Tigers after falling behind by 4. Williams, wild layup. Moore races after it, and he says, yeah, that should be last touch by Kawasi Reeves. Pat Adams. Another capacity crowd. Williams lets it fly. No.
Can Colin Castleton be involved offensively? He's too good. He's been held in check. Does Todd Golden call his number with 2 minutes to go when you have to have a basket?
Just the 4 points. He does have 8 rebounds. Trying to post up Broom.
Auburn just won't come off of him, though.
Reeves way long that time. A foul whistled against Broom. Two of 2 at the strike.
And Castleton is that.
Walked up to that line calmly.
Yeah.
10 ties, 10 lead changes tonight, Jimmy.
You fouled the wrong guy. That's how he thinks.
Oh, Myron Jones came from behind to try to knock it free. Johnson draws the whistle. % as a team.
Every point matters in this dude.
So he hits the second. Auburn back ahead by 1.
Auburn has kept a body on Castleton, not letting Castleton get any room, Kevin, for a cut or freedom to make a play. And you better stick with that body contact on Castleton and not let him get free.
Physical, intense game to open up SEC play.
Oh, going to go isolation one-on-one.
Great feed. Better cut from Reeves. They found him. Florida back in front.
A beautiful passer is Colin Castle, now that 5 spot. Another violent scoring cut by Florida off ball.
In a game in which he struggled to score. He's got 8 boards, 3 assists, couple of steals as well. Johnson in the paint. Broom bails him out, and he banks it in.
A good find by Johnson. Colin Castleton in drop coverage could not recover quick enough to Broom.
1 minute to go. Jones, big 3 in the air. Bounces off to the right, out of bounds.
But that was a good look by Myron Jones. Has not shot the ball well all year, but he has shot it well in this game. Good shot, and Auburn's ability to get on the offensive glass that Florida has to be very in tune with. Trying to go to Williams, but Fudge being physical inside won't let it happen.
Inside 30 seconds. Williams, pass is stolen. That was Alex Fudge.
And Todd's got a timeout left. What's he going to do with it? I take it and make sure my guys, yeah, but that's a really good job by Young.
Castleton, the 5 on the floor.
As a safety way to get it in, just line it up. You want to go with about 10 seconds, which is right now.
10 seconds to go. Castleton, strong drive, lost it. Up ahead to Green. 4 seconds with the left hand. It's down. 1 point.